You know it's that time. You know it's that time again. I'm gonna have to get the music in the studio this time. At least for the Facebook people. Big shout out to Kevin Mumphrey, giving me some bump music. Yeah. Yep. I'll play it live a little bit on Facebook for you. But it's Renovation Nation time, live on Super Talk 97, 99.7. You know where you're at. It's Renovation Nation. I'm Chad Rowland, the host, owner of RTM Roofing here, coming at you live from Studio 378, COVID-free, baby. Anyway, it's been a couple weeks since I've been live on the air, and just trying to get back in the flow of things. You know what I'm doing, but heck, I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Been a crazy 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 weeks for some of you people out there dealing with all this COVID stuff. I've got a chatter rant coming for the ages. Hey, let me tell you how you start what kind of storm on Facebook. You just post you ain't wearing a mask or gloves. You watch where it goes. Watch where it goes. It's a crazy world we're living in. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear them. Just saying I might not. But I like to clean my hands and do my normal stuff. But going to do a lot of stuff today. What are we doing today? I've got things going everywhere here in front of me. It's been in the studio getting the music ready, getting the bump ready, I like doing it live. I don't like pre-recording too far in advance. I like to have some pressure under me. I work better under pressure, I believe, because a lot of you have called us. A lot of you have called us out there, and we really appreciate it. But those storms, good Lord, those storms coming in on May 3rd, I think it was, that Sunday, and then back to back on Monday, that next little round. We got, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls. And we've been going out. We've been to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of places, seen a lot of wind damage. It's the tornado hit, and that was bad, and it still is bad. And but it's that half mile by 50 miles or so, and it's terrible the damage that happened there, but it's all isolated and it's really destructive. Well, that storm that came in May 3rd is 10 times the size, but not as much damage, except for mainly roofs, siding, some shutters, some things like that are bouncing around. So that, it's everybody got hit. I haven't been to a neighborhood yet that I haven't seen damage in. Now, whether or not I was on the house that had damage or not is a different story, but I get on rooftops and I look around, with all the calls, the guys got a little overloaded, and, rightly so. I mean, we can only take so much. So I said, hey, hold my sun drop, hold this one too. Because I'm going to go out and run some leads. And I ran into a bunch of you out there. I realized one thing. There's a lot of you that listen to this show. I didn't know it. You didn't, I do know, but I didn't realize the volume. Because you'll call in and say, you might have found us on Nextdoor or Facebook, or someone referred us. But then when I get there, I'll start talking. And I always like to ask, how'd you hear about us? I always love to know, because we do a lot of networking. Really, the only advertising we do is right here, just on this great station, 99.7, the Super Talk. But, we do the show here. We have fun. It's good. Chris and Carly, they're on a little hiatus right now because we're slammed. Chris has just been busting it. Operations, we're doing, oh, heck. We're blowing and going. And, it's the rain. I'm sick of this rain. I'm glad to have it, but at the same point in time, I wish it'd let up and be a little more consistent. But, or should I say non-consistent? But I guess what I'm trying to say is, with all the rains well, let me rewind. Yes, a lot of rains, and a lot of you are home, and a lot of you are now seeing leaks in your roof. So you're calling, or the storm hit. But nevertheless, we're busting a couple a day right now. I'm looking for field managers. I'll tell you all the time that, we field manage our jobs. It's construction, things happen. We do come back and fix anything that's not right, but we like people watching what we do, and that's our people, the field managers. And if you want to sit in your yard, hey, pull out a chair, kick back, watch it, hang out. Just stay out of the way so nothing hits you, but I'm fine with it. I've always said that. But nevertheless, so they're beat down a little bit because we've been blowing and going. So it's just me again, sitting here by myself, Studio 378. Live from the hilltop, so. But anyway, let me get back into the flow of things here. I haven't done this in a while. I got to get back into, stretch out a little bit here. But the damage is what I'm seeing out there, minus you telling us that you listen to the show, and I always apologize, a lot of wind damage. There were some sections that did get some hail, not large hail, but it was scattered. And lot of older three tabs. If you've got a roof that's, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and it's that old school three tab, just that flat shingle, not the dimensional architectural shingle, it they're typically flipping up and breaking. Seen a lot of it. And some roofs didn't. Some I went out and said, hey, all you need is this, and there you go. And call me back when you got a problem. But we're with all the work that we're seeing out there, and all of you that listen to us, and again, thank you, and call us, thank you for that. And we're coming out to help, and it's, like I said, we're now 6 to 8 weeks out doing roofs. I just saw the eyes pop in the back of your head. I have to remind people we were busy before this started. I mean, again, the year January and February, we were 30, 40% above where we were, last year, which was an amazing year for RTM Roofing. Thanks to you and all you that listen, and all you that pay attention and get your roof inspected, and all the people that refer us. I can't thank you enough for that. Appreciate. I've got Google reviews I'm going to talk about in a little bit, and I've got the BBB reviews. A lot of people a lot of y'all are checking those out. So, nevertheless, we're 6 to 8 weeks out, and I tell people, we're busy for a reason, because people call us because we do good work. There's a lot of people who do good work, well, we do too, and we back it up. And so, and if you ever need us, it's 615-500-0751, 615-500-0751, or go to rtmroofing.com, which I've got playing in the background back here. Mr. James Rabin builds our website, and it's with the Transformation Media, and he's a madman. He's a madman. It's awesome. But nevertheless, we're busy. And I remind people, we'll get you watertight, we'll tarp everything. Once we know we're all a go, I will get you watertight where it will not leak. And then we'll come out and get to you. We move people up. There are rain days. We've got big projects going on that we can't do it that day. Like rain's coming tomorrow, and we've got a large project that's going to start today. Well, we'll push that project sometimes. If it's a huge, large one, it's going to take 2 or 3 days, and we know heavy rains are coming in tomorrow, to be able to bump somebody up that's got a smaller roof that we can do in a day. Average roof replacement's normally 2 days. Depends on the size and difficulty and steepness and flashings, and because we replace everything on your roof. Nothing stays but the wood decking. There's no options of not doing your step flashing or counter flashing, or replacing your boots, or your box vents, or your whatever. We do ridge vents, by the way. If you've got enough ridge line for the net free space, airspace to do its breathing, for all the functionality, you're automatically getting ridge vents with us. But I'm going to go into that, in a couple more segments here. I've got a little tease going on. We've got, what else? Well, let's see, what is the tease? The tease is we're going to be talking about RTM roofing systems in the next segment. And then I'm going to talk about some other crazy stuff. And then we're going to talk about the insurance, because a lot of people out there realizing what kind of insurance you got and who you got it with. There's good ones and bad ones, just like everything else. And then, the fourth segment, I'm not for sure yet. I was going to try to maybe play some music, or, I don't know, just babble a little bit more, go into my chatter rant, because I know I'm not going to have enough time this segment, because I don't talk enough, and I was worried about not having enough information today. Boy, oh boy. But, just remember to allow all the local companies around here, always go local, number one, to give them time to get to you. I know everybody's in an emergency sometimes, and you got to do what you got to do. Everybody does. But just realize we're going as fast as we can, and as, what's the word I'm looking for here, and as precise as we can, and to make sure we do things right the first time. I don't like coming back a second time. And you don't like people coming back to your house the second time after you thought it was done. So that's what we do, and that's why people call us, and call us a lot, apparently, because I'm out. I was telling somebody the other day, I worked, I think it was 240 hours in 21 days. And I'm taking off today, except for right now, and tomorrow and Monday. And, I'm going blackout. You're not going to hear, see, know where I'm at. I'm recharging, and then coming back out Tuesday. So if I've still got your estimate, it's going to get out today. But Just give me the Tuesday and I'm back at it. And we're all back at it because people are still calling for the normal inspections. I'm going to talk about that this next segment coming up. What you need to look at. I'll always talk about relating it to cars. I want to give a big shout out to all the listeners that do call us out that I ran into. Just the names that popped in my head earlier. Mr. Fisher, Mr. Webster, Mr. Hugh, Renee and her sister, the Renee ladies. And, they're getting some Velux skylights. We do Velux skylights, and we'll talk about that. So there's all kinds of things going on, out here right now. But I just want you to know, be patient with us. We're doing everything we can, and we're being precise as we can to make sure we do it right. Because, how it is. No one likes that. And I want to talk about some Google reviews coming up from people that talk about us. I actually, one of Renee and them, they mentioned it to me, and I was like, well, I never hardly get to. I know almost some of my peeps do, but I was reading some of them off before I even started the show today, and I love it. I love it. And see, I'm not gonna run long or short today. I went ahead and pre-bumped it. Yeah, Kevin, you're the man. You're the man. So let's get him out here. So when we come back, because you're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 99.7, because it is live this morning, because it's Saturday. And I'm sick of the COVID. You want me to tell you what you can do with that COVID? Well, you can. I think they muted me. When we come back, I'm going to talk about your roofing systems. You know what I mean. See you. Thing I can do is actually get y'all some music real quick. See if I can pull that off. No, I probably won't be able to pull it off. I'll do that next time. I'm gonna have some music playing in here, so that way y'all can hear the bump music. If not, check it out on the radio. It might be on now when I get this up. All right, let's go. You thought the segment was over? Negative. It's a good day today. And that's a way to come into a Saturday morning live from Studio 378 out on top of the hill with the view. Got the high ground. This is Chad Rowland. You're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Yeah, I'm coming at you live this morning, this Saturday morning. I didn't do it on Friday. I'm not doing it Facebook and live. I'm recording it and I'm going to post it here in a little bit. Too much stress having to do the board and do the Facebook and do this and do that. It gets to you after a while and you get a little flustered and a little excited and things don't sound right and all that good stuff. But you're listening to Renovation Nation. I'm Chad Rowland, the host, owner of RTM Roofing. I think I said that last segment. I don't know if someone will let me know if I did or didn't. It's usually Miss Kim. We'll give a shout out to her. Miss Saren, my daughter, she's doing very well. I think they graduated. I think she's now officially a sophomore, which is a scary thought. Just kidding. I guess I'm getting old. I guess we all are. But yeah, we're back. We're back here. If you listened to the last segment, if you caught that one, I was talking about, we're about a few weeks out doing roofs, we're averaging about 6 to 8. And if you didn't hear the last segment, then go check out Facebook Live and figure out why, because, about hundreds of you called us in the last 2 weeks and hundreds of you call us each month normally. So it's been like a chicken with its head cut off in a room full of chainsaws juggling cats. Yeah, I backed that up. But anyway, so I'm getting into this segment. We're gonna talk about roofing systems because I want to talk about what we do and how we separate ourselves from other people and other companies. And not that they're other bad companies. I'm never going to run another company down bad out loud. I will when I look at getting on a roof and see some stuff, but nevertheless, there's bad things in everything. So we're going to talk about the positive and what the positive is what does RTM roofing do? And this is what RTM roofing does. RTM roofing we automatically start off with architectural shingles. I'm not doing a 3-tab unless you want that specific look. And there's other things that can give you that look, that flat, clean look, versus the architectural laminated. That's the shingle that they call it the dimensional shingle. They call it, everybody's got a name for it, but nevertheless, we automatically start off with that. Insurance, no insurance. I like it's the better shingle, and the cost isn't that much difference, at least from us. It's not that we're undercutting anybody else or anything else. It's just the cost is not that different, and we need to, we're at where we need to be at. So why would you not spend 100 to 200 to 300 and maybe 400, depending on the size of your roof, not 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, unless you jump up on the designers. That's a different story, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's start with the first system. Our first system is the IKO Cambridge. You know I'm an IKO man. You know that. Now, granted, I'm certified in 4 brands, and I like all these 4 brands. But you have to have a favorite. There's Ford and Chevy guy, so you're one or the other. Can't be both. You know that, right? Yeah, you know that. So, man, I'm cracking myself up this morning. So we start off with IKO Cambridge. It's a dimensional shingle, architectural shingle. Has the standard wind ratings, 110 mile an hour. If you want 130, you can do it with the 6 nails. And I always tell people there's not much difference between 120 and 130. You're going to have a lot more problems than just shingles. So, if you want the 6 nail, we can do it. If you don't, we automatically put 5 in them. That's our minimum. And 4 is the minimum for the manufacturer. I also want you to know that we automatically start off with a 5-year labor warranty. I only put a 10-year on our designers, but there's really, how do I say it? You'll know if it's going to be a labor issue within the first 5 years 9.7 out of 10 times. That leaves the 3% chance, or 0.0, I guess it'd be 3% chance. No, well, you know what I mean. Do the math out there. So I always tell people, you give me, after we're done with your roof, wait for the next big rain. But first, walk out and look at it. You'll know if it looks right or it doesn't. I mean, even laymen can look up and go, that doesn't look right. I don't know what that is or if it's supposed to be correct, but that doesn't look right to me. And then you give me the next big rain, or any rain. Well, I mean, once water gets in your home, it always cuts the same path. 9 out of 10 times, unless it finds a new hole. Then it'll split and go another direction. Then you have 2 holes, 2 leaks. Yeah, that's what a lot of you notice sitting at home during all this COVID crappity stuff going on out here. I'm gonna get away from that for a minute. Anyway, so after the big rains, no leaks. That's a good sign, because you usually had a leak before we got there, and if you don't, we leave. That's a really, really good sign. I think you'd agree with that. I do. So let's go to, now give me 4 seasons in Tennessee. Average roof replacement in Tennessee, so I'm told, well, so I've experienced, 7 to 12 years. And mainly because of 2 things. One's a storm, hail or wind. We got some 4 seasons here. And the second, is that you didn't maintenance it. It's like driving your car 100,000 miles without changing the oil. You don't do that, do you? No, didn't think so. I don't either. I go about 5 to 7. But that's the 2 biggest things I see that replacing the roof under 12 years old happens. That's architectural too. I'm not saying that it won't get a lot longer and you shouldn't get a lot longer. But that's the average roof of large hail hitting and or high winds with your 3 tabs. Hail be more architectural and your 3 tabs. 3 tabs get the brunt of it all. They're the first to go, just so you know. That's why we don't sell anymore. And they don't cost that much more. Or less. They really don't. If you got a $10,000 roof, okay, for $9,750, I'll do it in 3 tab. Why wouldn't you spend $250 more? It's for the better quality. I'm not saying to spend it, it's for the better quality. But we get into, after those 4 seasons, if you've not had a leak, if you haven't seen shingles just blow off your roof without high winds, you know what I mean, just start falling off your roof, that's a good sign. It's a really good sign. Usually means it's been installed properly, for the most part. I know that, there's still, we got that point 0.3. So now let's go into year 2. Same thing. Rains, you're still looking out there, looking at your roof. Ah, it looks right. That looks like it did when they finished. Yep, there you go. So that's why typically after 5 years, it's not labor. Really isn't. As long as it's installed properly. And we're certified in 4 brands: Certainty, IKO, Owens Corning, and ICO. I'm an ICO guy. I put ICO on my house. I put the Glacier, the Dynasty. I love the Dynasty system. A lot of you out there that I just mentioned the names earlier, you're getting the Dynasty. Lamise Leatherwood, yep, you too. You get a Dynasty, you get a Dynasty. Everybody's getting Dynasty. That's what I say. But if you have not like that, that's why we're certified in other brands. And that's my second system. That's what I call my Mercedes. It's pretty much the same price as the Cambridge. That's before the Mustang GT, though, by the way. I'm a car guy. Not really, but more people understand cars and put more money in their cars than they do the roof. And you don't sleep in your car. Well, anymore. So, you know what I mean. That's what I tell people all the time. You'll get it inspected, you'll change the oil, you'll put $2,000 in a $500 beater. Get a new car. Get a new used car. You can't get a new used roof, but you can get a new roof. But you can get a new used car, put money in, get what you pay for. Get what you pay for. That's why I tell people when they've got damage and it's repairable, that I will repair it. And when it's not repairable, well, you know how that goes. It's going to be a Beastie Boy day, I think. Ha! But yeah, I'm not putting a $1,500 transmission in a $500 car. Get a new car. So I'll repair it once. And I tell you, more's going to blow off, or it's already got 195,000 miles and it can only get 200,000 miles. Yeah, I'm not just going to take your money. Let someone else do it. You can hate them later. Because you'll have $10,000 in a $5,000 roof, or a $7,000 roof. You'll put $4,000 in before you finally replace it. Now you got $12,000 roof, or $14,000 roof. You know inflation. 10,000 today is 12,000 tomorrow. Next year, really. But I'll go back into some more warranty. These segments are flying, and I wrote down like 15 pages of notes. You're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. And when I come back, I'm going to tell you about your insurance and the rest of the systems here. So, see you in about, I don't know, whatever Kevin lets you come back and listen to me at. See you in a bit. Number 3. Hope y'all doing all right out there today. No gloves. All right, let's see here. Right here, right? You better clap it. Huh. People on Facebook think I'm crazy right now. Yeah. One of those days, one of those beautiful Saturdays. Another rainy day later, maybe. Hit the water, hit something, get out, get some sun. You still get that UV light. You know, that UV light that kills the COVID. You know, from China. I love that. From China. Oh, man. That's if you see me on Facebook, the way he does his hands, and he does it to them like they're a 3-year-old, like from China. But anyways, you're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 997 WTN. I'm Chad Rowland, the host, owner of RTM Roofing, coming at you live from Studio 378, located up on the hill. I'm not telling you where, but you're sitting here on the great station, Super Talk 997 WTN, and Mr. Kevin Mumford behind the board. Still, he's an essential guy. I'm sure he's like me. He's now seeing all the non-essentials that you know, the left laners. We'll complain about that for a minute. We realize who the slow people are. You all stayed home and now out. But I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're out busting it. I'm glad you're out getting back to work. We need to get back to work. That's one thing for sure. I'm not going to, I'm probably going to do a pre-recording one night and just going to let it out. I'm at the top right now to let it out. But you know, Michael Del Jordan, all them, and Phil Valentine, they're doing a good job. I'll let them do that. That's not my job at this point, but it might be mine before it's over with. And I'll eventually say my piece one way or the other if they don't get this stuff back together and get it going. So anyway, you're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 997, as I mentioned. Let's see, where were we at? We were at maintenance and inspections and me telling you about our systems. Told you about the 5-year warranty, right? And a 10-year, you know, whatever. If you want it, I'll write it down. But there's stipulations in it because let's get back to your car you spend more money on than you do your roof. And you don't sleep in your car anymore, as I always say. And you don't have everything you own inside of your car anymore or ever. Well, I know you might have did it one time. I did, moving. Oh, the 20s. My 20s, that was fun. But anyway. So why are you putting all that money into a depreciating asset? It's not a 1960-something Stingray or Chevelle or a, you know, which are all fabulous cars, by the way, that does appreciate, or did appreciate, let me put it that way. It's a car that you're losing 33 cents every mile you drive. And, you know, good Lord, I mean, as soon as you drive a new car off the lot, look at the trade-in value on it. And by the way, nothing's ever excellent when it leaves the lot. You know, Kelly Blue Book says excellent, but they don't read that at car. And I'm not knocking. Hey, give my big boy out, my buddy out there at Nissan, a shout out. That I bought, but I'm just saying, I knew what I was buying. I'm using it as a tool. That's what I use it for. It's a tool, just like any tool or anything else you buy. It will depreciate, and your roof depreciates. Y'all, what? Well, yeah. That's what I was getting into insurance in a minute. It's called depreciation. Some of you get it back, some of you don't. Some of you just now realize that. You know, I always joke. The insurance is like Vegas. The house always wins. You either pay me a little along the way or you pay me all at the end. You know, just when you think you can throw that one bet, go all in, and gone. Well, that's called ACV, actual cash value. Everything's got an actual cash value. Used car does. What's it worth right now? That's its actual cash value. What was it worth when you bought it? That's the replacement cost value. Or in today's dollars, if you were to replace it today. Go buy that same car brand new, that's replacement cost. So now take both those cars and you total your used car, you know, the depreciated one, the older one, and you want to go buy a new one. There's a cost difference in that. There's a depreciating value difference from the old to the new. So let's talk about that for a second. What does that mean, Chad? Hey, what does that mean? Tell you what it means. The ones that have an actual cash value policy, ACV, if you have that in your policy, you can ask your agent, they'll tell you. You've gotten a piece of paper at some point. If they didn't tell you, that means when you have roof damage and I come out and I go, I wouldn't spend a dime on this roof until I had my insurance out, no matter what they did, right? Because there's damage all over it. I always go 80-20 is the most. I'll go 8 out of 10 times they'll cover it. If it's that bad, and it's a specific certain insurances, yeah, I treat it as if I live there what I do. And they come out, they look at your roof, they say, oh, yep, you've got damage. Yep, we're gonna recommend replacement. It's a $10,000 roof, but we recommend, our cost showing it's gonna be $10,000. You got a $1,000 deductible. We're gonna take $10,000 and subtract 1. That leaves $9,000. Then we're going to depreciate your roof. Okay, it's supposed to be a 25-year roof, which most 3 tabs were. 20, 25, depending on which one you got. Let's just say it's whatever. But we're going to take 50% off of depreciation. Remember, it's $9,000 at this point. So 50% of $9,000 is $4,500. So they're going to take $4,500 out, along with your deductible, because you're responsible for that. And they're going to say, here's a check for $4,500. We go, okay. And they're done. And that's just like your car. That's the same thing. Your car's worth $4,500 now. You can go buy that one brand new for $10,000. Well, that's the difference. We're only going to pay you for the used car. Now you go buy whatever you want. And that's called actual cash value. And some of you have that policy. Some of you hear my voice right now know that because I've talked to you. And that means that's when Vegas always wins at the end, is now you've got a deductible of $1,000 and $4,500-ish to make up for that new roof, because we don't sell used roofs. No one does that I'm aware of. That's that. Sometimes I equate it to paying a little or paying minimal along the way and then paying it all at the end. Whatever that minimal number is, some people you got to do what you got to do. I understand that. That's why we help you out whenever we do come out and run across these situations. So then you get to replacement cost value. Okay? RCV. We just talked about actual cash value, that used car. So you're going to get $4,500. Now we go to replacement cost value. It's the same thing with a bonus at the end. They come out, review your roof, that $10,000 roof, $1,000 deductible, there's $9,000 sitting there. They're estimating that would be the cost to replace that roof, plus your $1,000. Then they pull that, it's 50% depreciation, let's say, and that's just me making up number. They'll depreciate whatever number they depreciate it. But let's just say 50% for even numbers. That takes it back down to that $4,500, right? And they give you that first check and say, there it is. You go, okay. But they go, but then I come in and go, oh, by the way, if you look at your insurance summary, it says recoverable depreciation. I don't say it to them like that. I say it to them like China. No, I'll tell them, that's awesome. That means once we're done with the roof, and we don't take money up front either. Once we're done with the roof, we will turn in a certificate of completion stating all work's done to give it to you, or we'll help you turn it in either way you want it. All work's done per insurance summary. Please release the depreciation to your client so they may finish paying us and only have to be out of their deductible and upgraded. Usually a lot of times we can upgrade you inside of that. Sometimes we can't. It all depends on the insurance. But the point is you get $4,500 back. Now your worst case scenario, unless you want to go drive our Ferrari package, the Royal Estate or the Armor Shake, then there's $1,000 for a $10,000 roof. I've had some people go, oh, I can't do $1,000. I'm like, well, would you buy that truck for $1,000? Point out there, and I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, what's the difference? It's a $15,000 truck, $20,000 truck. Would you pay $1,000 for that? There's some roofs out there that are $18,000, $19,000, $20,000. Would you pay $1,000 for a $20,000 truck? People rip your head off. But, it is what it is. So that's a big deal, though, of getting your recoverable depreciation back. You're welcome out there, insurance agents. I need to get somebody. I'm having somebody live next week. I'm telling you. Somebody's going to be in Studio 378 on the rock and roll couch. If you're on Facebook, you'll see what that is. It's got there were going to be curtains, but they was a little loud, so I put them on the couch. I have music notes all over them. Call them rock and roll couch. Got my guitars on the wall. We might even break out some music. But the recoverable depreciation is very, very important. Knowing your insurance is very, very important. No matter what it is, car insurance, home insurance. I mean, I hear and experience, not personally, myself, but I hear and experience people that realize that they weren't covered like they thought they were. And that's what your agent's for. You go to talk to him, sit down with him yearly. I mean, we've had insurance agents on here, dozens of them. And they've said the same thing. They've I like to call my client in each year and check because your life changes. Maybe you got a new driver. Maybe the driver's now gone and older and got their own insurance. Maybe you've put a new roof on. That's usually a different rate, a lower rate than an older roof, plus or minus over 7 years. So even when you get a new roof, yeah, there's the music. Never mind, I'm gonna calm down. Even when you get a new roof, insurance or not, I'd be calling, find out what my new rate is. I got a new roof. I got a new rate. I need to get Eric on the show. He might be my next insurance agent to get on the show. Mr. Eric Stewart, Erie Insurance. Yeah, I'm an Erie guy now. State Farm. Yeah, was once. Nothing bad with them. They're great. Got a lot of great State Farm agents out there. I love it when I run up and you've got State Farm insurance. I'm like, they're fair. They do what's right. More than not, just like a lot of them. We come back. I don't want to do. Hang out, relax. It's Saturday. See you. I'll get the music hooked up next time. I'm gonna have some speakers playing in here while it's going. I'll set that up because I'm finally liking the bump music. All right, let's get this last thing. Did this thing break or something? I didn't want to touch it earlier, but oh, there it is. No, I actually like it like that. It's pretty cool. All right, Sundrop. Sundrop, come on, Sundrop. Sponsorship, baby. All right. Let's see here. You better get it. Hook. Yeah. Do it, Renovation Nation. Renovation. Renovation Nation, do it. Yeah, baby, that's how you roll it in there. Don't cringe, don't hate. Oh, baby, it's a beautiful Saturday. I've got, well, today's not off at this moment, but it is off because I'm having too much fun. And you're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. You know the routine. You know what's up. You've been here long enough to know it. All you people cruising around now, getting out, get some air, get some non-COVIDity. Wash your hands. Wash your hands, people. Wear your mask if you feel it. If you need it, wear it. Don't wear it in the car. Don't wear it in your car. golly. Yeah, I know. Breathe fresh air outside. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But anyway, you're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I'm Chad Rowland, the host, owner of RTM Roofing. You can always reach us at 615-500-0751, 615-500-0751, or go to rtmroofing.com, and you can fill out top right corner. It says schedule a complimentary estimate and inspection. It's always an inspection, but you can get an estimate too if needed. And it's complimentary. It doesn't cost you a dime. It costs me time and money. It costs my guys time and money. It costs my ladies time and money. It costs my company time and money. But it's complimentary because we're willing to invest time and money into you. So you can invest it into your biggest asset of your investment portfolio for the majority of people, including myself. So why wouldn't you invest in that? Not that car outside. Nothing against mechanics. Nothing against any of them. They'll tell you too. You're spending $1,500 this $500 car. I got a car over here I'll save for $1,500. So, But let's see. Where was I? I don't know. I'm finally getting back in the flow of things. I'm getting a little comfortable. I was a little nervous this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous. I don't know I guess if I'm not nervous before I do this, something's wrong, and I'll quit it. I think that's about the route I'll go. So I still get giddy and just like I'm fixing to go perform back in the day and playing music with Redstone and Amos Moses and Legend and Pete Boy Tie-Dye, 30 Miles South, Satchel, Hammer Down Easy. Good Lord, how many bands have I been in? Redstone twice. Didn't get kicked out. We all disbanded. It's called disbandment. Band disbands. But no, it's a good time. It's a good time. Seeing a lot of memories coming up on Facebook. Yeah, some of you probably see my Facebook page. Don't tell people you're not wearing gloves or a mask outside. They will freak the flip out. Oh, lady, it kills me. Protect yourself. Personal responsibility. Everything in life has risk. All right, Chad, stop before I get off on that one. Okay, so anyways, use the appropriate measure for the risk for yourself. But anyway, back to the insurance stuff for a second. I'm not trying to scare everybody to death and all that kind of good stuff, but my point is that always know your policy. Always know what it means. You may want an actual cash value policy. I mean, you may be perfectly comfortable with that, and then that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Just know that's what you've got and what you want. And then same with the replacement cost. That's same thing. Some people don't want that. They save their money. They budget. They don't need it. So they want the front end lower costs. Well, fair. Hey, that's beautiful. It's America, baby. We're still the land of the free. I think. But I digress. So don't let me scare you on that. Just make sure do your research. Do like everybody else. Do your research. Let's see. I'm gonna get off that for a minute. If you want to know about RTM Roofing Systems, you call 615-500-0751, 500-0751, or go to rtmroofing.com, www.rtm, Robert Thomas Michael, it doesn't stand for that. Some of you know what it does, though. Roofs to maintenance. And my last name's Roland, and my uncle's Tom Moran, who taught me all about it. All about construction, all about hard work. So, anyway, let's go to the Better Business Bureau for a minute. I'm going to scan over there and see if I can't find something. But I want to read a review or two. Matter of fact, I know there was one on Google I wanted to read a minute ago, but I'll pull that up. But here's, we've got all 5 stars. We average 5 stars there. That's awesome. Let's go to the first one. There we go. This was on February 5th, 2020 from Kelly C. That's Kelly I.E.C. That's pretty neat. So I bought a house that I thought needed a new roof. Graham that's Graham Goodlow from RTM Roofing came out to inspect it. Graham advised that I needed some patching, which caused ceiling and wall issues. Apparently she had a leak, I'm assuming. And new gutters to stop the waterfall coming in from a window. And windows leak, people. It ain't always the flashing. And make sure your gutters are sloped properly. Well, let's see if we catch back up right as I did not talk during all this. He advised the rest of the roof had 3 to 5 years of life left on it. mean, we can't see past 5 years. No, it's hard to see 5, but you can tell when it's 3 to 5 years. I hired them and received a start date. Unfortunately, the job prior to mine had some unexpected issues, which caused in a 1 day delay in starting my roof. Could have been rain. Could have been, you open up a roof sometimes you don't always know what's there, even if you're in the attic or not in the attic, and it's construction, so some things push. Graham phoned to explain what happened and ensured that the crew would be out the next day. They were. They completed the repairs and replaced the gutters. The inside of my house is now dry. I recommend RTM Roofing if you have any roofing issues. Graham was very professional and polite in his interactions with me. When it's time to replace my roof, RTM Roofing will be my first call. And see, that's why I call it farming. We do 3-to-1 repairs versus replacements. If it's repairable, we will repair it. I won't repair it twice if it's not repairable. I'll repair it once just to get you watertight to budget you for a new roof. Not a new used roof, not a used roof. Back to the car thing a minute. Hey, I'm doing pretty good and actually circling back around. Where's my crowd in here to appreciate it? But anyway, that was Kelly C. Thank you, Kelly C. Thank you for your business. Here's Daniel F. on 12/2/2019. I don't solicit these. People just do them. Some of my guys may ask people to do them. Sometimes they do reviews, sometimes they don't. First time I'm reading this, I believe. They were identified as a qualified installer for Velux skylights. And that we are. They did an outstanding job with a minimum of disruption. That's sometimes hard with skylights, getting in your house and cutting out. Their crew were courteous and well qualified, and the pricing was exactly as projected. I would use RTM for other roofing needs also. Thank you, Daniel F. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We do what's right or we don't do it. Our price is our price. Only time I'll even get a new roof, your price goes up is if the wood decking is bad, rotten or delaminated. I got to warranty my work. Talk about the warranty earlier in the show. I've got to warranty my work. So you better believe I'm going to make sure what we're nailing into is right. Or actually my field managers are. And we're looking for field managers. 615-500-0751. I'm looking for that. Looking for some repair guys too. Not only to do them, but to management as well. So, hey, 615-500-0751. You want work? We got it. And it won't be going away. That's what I tell my clients. We've got an influx of work. Of course we did from all this. But I'm not going out and hiring 80 people to catch up and be done in a week and then have to let them go. I don't do that here. We go find the work. Then we build the team. And we got a team. We got the best team in the flipping world out here. You kidding me? RTM it's hitting. We're like a well-oiled machine right now. A few rusty spots, but we ground them off because we're tired. That's the rusty spots. 240 hours and 21 days, but saw 90 of you. Yes, I did. Actually, saw more than that, but I did personally. Thank you. Thank you for calling us. It's a good day. So I was going to ride it out a little bit on this. So, hope everybody enjoys themselves. Happy Memorial Day. I almost forgot that. Yeah. Thank everyone for the service out there and sacrifices. Well, the Renovation Nation COVID Chronicles will continue next week. I'm gonna let a lot of people have it about it. Like I always say, life is hard. It's even hard if you're stupid. See you next week. Love y'all. See y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Have a great Memorial Day. Great and safe. Hit the lake. Have some fun. See ya.